Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with another transfer market update. However, today, instead of just giving you guys news and updates which will benefit the team, unfortunately, as you read by today's title, I will give you some good news and some bad news because this is the reality of this sport. But before I'm gonna give you guys the good news and the bad news, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are getting so close to 800 subscribers, and if we can get 800 subscribers by the start of next week, it would mean the world to me. So share the link, tell your friends, to your families which love Roma and love Mourinho. Also, please like this video, it supports me so much. Right, let's get cracking with the video. And I say that we start with the bad news so that we can get rid of them as soon as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, as you read by today's title, there have been some complications in terms of the deals that bring Viña and Xhaxa to Roma, unfortunately. Now, obviously, if Viña doesn't come to Roma, Roma is forced to buy another left back because Spinazzola is out for 6 to 7 months, breaking his Achilles tendon, and Roma just can't do with Calafiori, who is young. He's a player coming from the academy, but he's a player who gets injured every single time. In fact, he's been missing the majority of friendly matches now because he always gets injured. So Roma needs to buy a left back if the Viña deal doesn't get easier to achieve. Now, why is the Viña deal so hard and why has it become more complicated? Now, obviously, a few days ago, Viña was interviewed and he said that it was a pleasure playing for Roma and his dream was coming to reality. You know, playing and being managed by Mourinho was his dream. So, a few days ago, he actually said it in person that he was gonna go play for Roma. But then, in the last day, there have been some complications because it is all about the COVID nowadays. It's nothing about money because Palmeiras actually accepted Roma's bid. The fact is that coming from Brazil now, which is a dangerous COVID country, it is, you know, it is illegal for some players to come and go whenever they want. And the factor that Roma cannot achieve with Palmeiras is how to transfer Viña from Brazil to Italy. Now that seems such an easy thing, especially nowadays that we're in 2021 and we have such high technology with the green pass if you're vaccinated and anything else. So you guys might be wondering why this deal is not coming to an end, because these things are minor things in a deal that bring a player to a club. But this is a reality. I mean, there have been complications because Roma cannot find the perfect factor with Palmeiras to bring Viña to Roma because of COVID facts, Viña at this stage cannot actually come to Italy because it's illegal for him. So, I mean, it's such a minor thing, and in my opinion, this thing will get sorted out. I mean, it's football. Players need to travel, you know. Roma is going to Portugal to play some friendly matches in a couple of weeks. There are links. Clubs need to change positions, change countries. So, as much as there have been complications with Viña in these latest days, I actually think he will still come to Roma because, first of all, he said it himself. He actually confirmed that he is going to be managed by Mourinho. But these complications, especially in 2021, in my opinion, will have to be sorted out. So, I wouldn't focus on him too much. However, the other bad news is Granit Xhaka from Arsenal, because Arsenal did buy a Belgian midfielder to replace Xhaka, and that was a hint for us Roma fans. You know, buying a midfielder means that you're liberating Xhaka to go to Roma. However, Arsenal are just not accepting Roma's bid of 20 million. They're just not accepting it. And, you know, as I said in many videos, Roma is not a rich club, so they can't spend millions and millions on Xhaka. You know, they can't spend millions and millions of money on one player. These are things that PSG do, because if that player then gets injured, it means that you wasted so much money, and for a club like Roma, it's hard to replace that money. So Roma need to wait the exact time and Arsenal need to accept the deal, the bid, because otherwise Xhaxa is not playing for Roma. And if Xhaxa doesn't play next to Veretout, it means that Roma's defensive midfielder is not that aggressive anymore. And non-aggressive midfielders means that the defense is weaker, and Roma need to orientate on defenders as well. You know, not buying Xhaxa would mean a lot for Roma, especially because Mourinho wants him really bad, so it would influence Mourinho badly. And so we just need to hope, because Arsenal need to accept this bid. They need to accept this bid. Otherwise, Xhaxa will not become a Roma player. And that will be a very, very, very gutting factor, because he is a captain himself. He is someone who would launch the team, who would tell everyone to fight until the very end of the game. And not buying Xhaxa would mean a lot. I mean, he wants to come to Roma, but if Arsenal don't accept the 20 million or plus, then he is unfortunately not going to come to Roma. So as much as there have been very, very, very close links between Roma and Arsenal in the last couple of days, there have been some complications as well, just like Viña, in the last 48 hours as well. Right, we have officially got rid of our bad news. Let's talk about some good news which would reinforce Roma's squad. Let's start by talking about a midfielder which can play as an attacker as well. And this guy, his name is Kostic. He plays for Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, some weekends when it's raining and I have nothing to do with my friends or I don't have a video plan, then I just randomly search on my TV for some Bundesliga matches if the Premier League and the Serie A are not on. And once I actually saw an Eintracht Frankfurt match, and Kostic was Eintracht Frankfurt's spirit. I mean, Andre Silva was great last year, but he is one of those players that without Kostic would have not scored that many goals. So Kostic would be such a good talent for Roma. Now, will Kostic play immediately? Will he start every Roma match? That's another thing, because obviously, as I said in many videos, it is hard for Mourinho to not choose Mkhitaryan, Pellegrini and Zaniolo if he's fit. So Kostic would obviously mean that in case anyone gets injured, Roma have El Shaarawy and Kostic to get ready to sub in. Now, the deal which bring Kostic to Roma will only happen if Roma manage to sell Pedro. Now, we have seen in the last couple of days that Mourinho obviously had to prepare a list for the friendly matches, and he excluded Pedro and Kluivert. Roma sold Kluivert to Nice, now Roma need to sell Pedro. The moment Roma sell Pedro, Kostic will be a new Roma player. But otherwise, if Pedro remains at Roma, Kostic will not become a new Roma player, because that links to money. Roma is not a rich club, and that is such a good thing. You know, I'm not gutting about that, because it would be so boring to watch PSG buy every single player. You know, a big part of football is trying to manage to deal with money, and you know, these exchanges, Pedro away, Kostic in, is what make a transfer market. Not PSG buying Sergio Ramos, Wijnaldum, Hakimi, let's buy Ronaldo, let's buy Lukaku. Who cares about money? This is not football in my opinion. And in fact, PSG deserves a fair play financial fine or something. So, Kostic would only come to Roma if Pedro gets sold. Now, Kostic will bring talent, he would bring dribbling, and Roma lacks someone to dribble, because the only player who actually dribbles for Roma is Zaniolo and Mkhitaryan. Pellegrini does not dribble, so Kostic will dribble, he can send the balls in for Xhaxa, who's very tall, and the goals will come. So we are seeing once again Mourinho building the three attacking midfielders just in front of the main striker. Now, talking about the main striker, Xhaxa has still a question mark. Xhaxa is absolutely buzzing to play with Mourinho, but if the moment Xhaxa stops scoring, Borja Mayoral does not have the amount of responsibility to start every match. So Roma need to focus on buying another striker, because Xhaxa is coming towards the end of his career and Borja Mayoral is not used to playing every single match. And there have been two new names which Roma actually want. The first name, actually, let's say three names. Belotti, but Belotti is very hard to achieve. So let's leave him apart for a sec. The second name, and he's a striker, and he is, let's say, in pole position for Roma at this stage. His name is Azmoun. He plays for Zenit in Russia. Now, to be fair, I've never seen him play. I know him though, because he did play for the Russian national team in the World Cup in 2018, not in the Euros. And I vaguely remember him playing. I don't remember him scoring many goals, so I do not know why Mourinho and Roma are focusing on him. They can buy other goal-scoring players, which possibly cost less and score more. So Azmoun, I can't really judge him because I didn't really see him. But if he comes to Roma and Mourinho has faith in him, I will have faith in him. Because I'm not one of those Roma fans which will go against any Mourinho decisions. And the second name for the striker is Luka Jovic. He did play for Eintracht Frankfurt on a loan from Real Madrid. He's back at Real Madrid now, just like Bale from Tottenham. But Ancelotti, the new Real Madrid manager, is not interested in him. And he feels like he's not going to improve Real Madrid's squad. And he did actually offer him to Roma. So that will be closer because it means that Real Madrid are not asking a lot of money. And to be fair, Jovic is well more known than Azmoun. And I would definitely point my eyes on Jovic, especially the fact that he will cost less, because if Ancelotti offered him to Roma, then obviously they're not going to ask millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds. Or Azmoun plays for Zenit, and he is one of their key players. So selling one of their key players means that it will cost more. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a quick transfer market update giving you guys good and bad news about Roma's benefits and the players which are now more complicated to achieve. Now obviously, as I said before, if Viña and Xhaxa do not come to Roma, then Roma is forced to buy a new left back and a new defensive midfielder. But if that happens, I will film another video. I'll keep you updated. Stay tuned for Monday because the video will go out about Roma's friendly match in Frosinone against another team. So I'll give you my analysis just like I did with my other friendly matches. So please, if you're new here and you like Roma and you like Mourinho and you like travel vlogs, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Share the link to all the people you know who love football and travel, and I'll catch you on Monday with another video. Simon out.